All right, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. And as you can see it on your screens right now, no, you are seeing it right and you are hearing it right from me. It's 5 days left, okay? So 5 days na lamang po. Andyan na yung ating licensure examination for teachers this September 2023. And of course, tonight po is still a part of our effort para po tayong maging handa para sa ating nalalapit na licensure examination for teachers because of course tonight we are having classified file 7 and tonight po we are going to be talking about your professional education. So again, with only 5 days left, I know ramdam ninyo na nararamdaman ninyo if you are trying to look into yourselves, no, and you do the introspection process and you reflect upon your preparation, ramdam ninyo kung tayo po ipapasa na and of course kung gaano na tayo kahanda para sa ating nalalapit na licensure examination for teachers. Of course, our Team Skinner babies, I am 100% sure na tayo po handa because we have prepared so hard and so well for this. No? We have prepared since May of this year. So dire-diretso yung ating paghahanda. So there is no doubt in my mind na you are going to make us all proud. Hindi lamang po papasa sa LET, kundi itatapa po sa ating licensure examination for teachers. So last March, we have made 15 or we had 15 top-notchers. Kasama na yung dalawang top-notchers natin. One for the BEd and of course si Coach Toto for the SPLE. No? And of course, this September, I'm pretty sure na marami na naman po tayong magiging top-notchers. And of course, if you end up top 3, you will be receiving 100,000 pesos. Top 2, 200,000 pesos. And of course, top 1 would be receiving 300,000 pesos. That's a total of 600,000 pesos. That's just for top 1, 2, and 3. Meron pa po tayong top 4 until top 10. No? So, meron pang dalawang areas. That's for BEd and BSEd. And so, again, hindi lamang magpapaskong may lisensya, magpapasko pang merong pera. No? Merong malaking piging sa inyong mga hapagkainan dahil, of course, you will be receiving these prizes courtesy of Gurong Pinoy because of your hard work and of course for giving us pride in you becoming the top notcher no, sa ating September 2023 na licensure examination for teachers. And of course, if you will be taking the LET in March naman or if you know someone who will be taking the LET in March next year, open na rin po yung Team Pavlov, hindi lamang sa Gen Ed Prof Ed. Of course, we also have our majorship and we are putting forward all the best coaches that we can find for you. No? So if you know someone who'd still want to become one of our coaches, pwede pa rin pong humabol, pwede pa rin po mag-send ng kanilang mga sample 5-minute videos and of course ng kanilang resume. No? So we can choose the best of the best for our Gurong Pinoy's Team Pavlov. Okay, that's going to be our March 2024 na LET babies. Okay, so again, that's for Team Pavlov. Paki-inform na po lahat ng inyong friends na mag-join sa Team Pavlov. Now, that's for March of next year. All right, so again, tonight, this is Classified File 7. Paki-like na po, paki-love, and of course, paki-share ng ating video. You can also tag your friends, start a watch party. You can also show your support by sending us stars on Facebook and super chat, super stickers naman po sa ating YouTube channel. Good evening sa inyong lahat. Yes po, i-upload po lahat ng ito. No? At bago ko po makalimutan, meron din po tayong special last minute tips for our social studies, so social science major with Coach June. That will be on the day prior to your LET. No? That will be on Saturday at 1 p.m. Meron pa pong pahabol na blessing si Coach June. No? That's all going to be exclusive for our SOC-Sci major. SOC-Sci major lamang po yan. And so if you are going to be taking the social science majorship at medyo kabado ka, alanganin ka, feeling mo hindi ka pa handa, po pwede pa rin pong humabol. So you can join us. You can see all the files. You can see all the videos. Become a member of Team Skinner Social Science Majorship. Of course, we also have the rest of your majorship. Now, good evening. That's coming from Ma'am Maricon Patron. Sabi ni Ma'am Maricon, thank you, Coach June. Okay, that's going to be on Saturday, 1 p.m. Now, again, no, do not forget, Team Skinner babies, make sure that you have your internet connection even on Saturday dahil meron pa rin po tayong mga huling pabaon, no? Meron tayong mga huling bala, no? Of course, by tomorrow, I will be reopening all the links for your diagnostic tests, mid-review, and pre-board. No? Sa lahat po yan open by tomorrow. Antabayanan po yung ating mga email. Okay, so i-check po yung email ninyo for all the links that will be sent. And again, let me just remind you not to share our materials with non-members. Now, again, we do not negotiate those people. No, we don't tolerate those people who are sharing our materials because of course pinaghirapan po ng ating coaches at pinaghirapan po ng ating mga researchers yung ating mga materials. No? So hindi po pwedeng i-share, hindi po pwedeng ibenta yung mga materials ng Gurong Pinoy. Hi, Ma'am Zairine Mainot. Good evening po. Good evening. From Cebu City. Galing lang po kami dyan kahapon. No? Hello po. Good evening. Hindi ko po nakikita yung inyong name. Team Pavlov, kailan po yung start? Meron na po tayong mga video sa Team Pavlov. For your refresher, kasama si Coach June, magsisimula po tayo officially for your Gen Ed Prof Ed by November 10. No? And then sa atin naman pong majorship, October 28-29, start na po tayo for Team Pavlov. From Marinduque, Sir Leo Recto, good evening po. Pa-shout out Coach Mek, hindi ko po nakikita yung name niyo sadly. Facebook user, okay, papasa tayong lahat, sabi ni Ma'am Angel Nibreha. Good evening, good evening. All right, so let us all start, no? Let us all start with our opening prayer, of course, para makapagsimula na po tayo ng ating discussion for our Classified File 7. This, of course, is under professional education. Okay, let's all have our opening prayer. Samahan niyo po ako mga kaguro. Dear Lord, I come to you to ask for your guidance and direction in this study session. I ask that the Holy Spirit fill me with strength, creativity, and understanding to get through my studies without difficulty or sin. Help me hold my focus and attention. Help me to retain all that I learned. Please make my mind sharp and keep distractions at bay. If any part of my studying is weak or lacking in some way, let it be revealed so that I may correct it. Thank you for this opportunity to learn. Amen. All right, final coaching or classified file 7. Let's all start with question number 1. Among varied tasks, how can a virtual learning management system help instruction through digital game activities, through posting assignments? What do you think is the right choice here? No, of course, lahat ng to or the two of our choices here, as you can see, since we are doing our fast drills format, dalawa lamang yung ating choices, no? But we are talking about your learning management system or LMS. So which one do you think is the most important, no? So how can your LMS help instruction? Okay, I see a lot of digital assignments or digital games. Tama kaya? For number one, digital games kaya ang ating tumpak na choice, ang ating hinahanap. Now we are looking at your LMS, your Learning Management System. Kahit before na uso po yung pandemic, some of our schools have already their own learning management system. Hindi lang ganun kabongga, di ba? Hindi lang ganun ka rami ng task na kayang gawin no, prior to your pandemic. But of course, since we had the pandemic, and of course, since curriculum should change according to the demands of your society, we have also improved no, the learning management system. Of course, we have so many platforms that we can use for this, okay? Even quizzes is one LMS no, na po pwede mong gamitin. Meron kang mga Google Classrooms, meron kang Edmodo, no? So, what do you think is the right choice for question number 1? Hala, number 1, genocide. Ang tumpak na choice dito is through posting assignments. Kasama na po yung digital game activities, pero yung talagang naging mas mabilis, talagang naging mas madali would be the posting of assignments, no? So hindi mo na kailangan puntahan sa school yung inyong modules, hindi ka na kailangang tumawag or mag-send ng message sa inyong teachers because the teacher just easily post assignments through your LMS. Kasama na yun, of course, yung mga activities mo like your digital games, okay? So mas mabigat po ang posting of assignments under your LMS, okay? And so tumpak po yung posting of assignments. Aray, nako, ligwak, okay? Unang-una, ligwak, no? So medyo tayo'y nabulag sa digital game activities. These are just activities, some parts of the strategies or techniques that you can use when you are using the online platform. But of course, yung pinaka mas naging convenient, hindi lamang sa estudyante, pati na rin sa ating teachers, would be posting of assignments, okay? So that would be your choice for number 1. Tumpak ako, meow. Okay, congratulations, Facebook user. We go to number 2. Which of the following exemplifies differentiated instruction directed at heterogeneous groups in a class? Same task for all groups or different tasks appropriate for each level. Okay, you see your terms, heterogeneous groups, differentiated instruction. So ano kaya yung inyong magiging choice? Napakadali po, okay, ng ating pong question, no? Pag ito binaliktad, no, na pinag-split ni Let, yung question na to, I'm pretty sure alam nyo na to, na paulit-ulit, differentiated instruction, heterogeneous grouping. No? So you can remember when you say heterogeneous, magkakaiba yung abilities ng inyong groups, no? So merong mga groups na medyo kailangan ng tulong, merong groups na medyo fast learners, no? But of course, if you are making different groups within your class, pwede pong hinahalo-halo mo. Hindi po pwedeng isang grupo lamang yung lahat ng matatalino, isang grupo lamang yung lahat ng mga medyo bobits, no? Yung mga students with special needs, isang grupo din. No? But of course, if you are giving differentiated instruction, the right choice here would be different tasks appropriate for each level. No? So, very important as a teacher na kilala mo yung inyong estudyante. They might belong to the same grade level, pero hindi po magkakaparehas yung abilities and capabilities ng ating mga estudyante. Okay? So you have to really know your students. All right? So different tasks appropriate for each level ang ating tumpak na choice. Number 3, on learning deficiencies, what is known as a learning disability in number operations. Ito, alam nyo to. Lalong-lalo na yung mga allergic dito, no? So is it dyscalculia or dyslexia? What is our choice? Okay, what's your choice for number 3? Good evening, habol po sa mga na-late. And of course, sa mga members ng ating team replay, yung mga hindi nakaka-join sa atin, no, those who are busy at this time or you might have work, yung mga nanay, tatay, nagpapakain to sa mga anak, medyo may sumpong yung anak, okay lamang po, no? We hope you enjoy watching the replay, okay? Of course, sa ating mga newbies naman, mga nakiki-watch dyan sa ating Facebook page, good evening po. And of course, we welcome all of you dito sa Gurong Pinoy. Sana po makapag-join kayo if you'll be taking the LET in March next year. Join Team Pavlov. No? Just send a message to our Facebook page. Ganon din po sa ating Team YouTube. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Okay, what's your choice? Number operations, the correct choice here, of course, would be dyscalculia. Okay, so this is a learning disability with math, no, or at math. Of course, when you say dyslexia naman, this is for reading. Okay, so reading ito, nababaliktad yung mga letters. So hindi masyado or may learning disability yung bata sa pagbabasa. Okay, but dyscalculia po ang ating hinahanap. We go to number 4. What kind of assessment compiles materials like reflections, photos, school leaflets, etc. from internship of senior students? Portfolio or project? Ito, very familiar din kayo. Gumawa kayo nito, no? I think we have all had the opportunity to do this or to make one during our school days, no? During our university days. Okay, so what is our choice? Meron kang collection, no? Compilation. Yung pinaka-hint mo dito, if you have this as the answer, no? It is a collection. It is a collection, okay? So you have the different materials, may reflections, may pictures, may leaflets, no? And kung anik-anik pa, ang tumpak na choice, of course, to be portfolio, okay? So your project, on the other hand, galing po ito kay Kilpatrick, di ba? Kilpatrick's project method. This is a hands-on, minds-on activity. No? So, yung bata yung gagawa, yung anak mo yung gagawa, yung estudyante mo gagawa. So, it's hands-on and it's also a minds-on process. Constructivist approach naman itong ating project method. Okay? So, portfolio is tumpak for number 4. Number 5, what variation of storytelling involves children telling a story with the use of materials, sets, and props? Flannel board stories or story enactment? Okay, what's your choice? Good evening from Tagum City. Si Ma'am Jinky Rolion. Good evening po. Good evening. Okay, sabi ni Ma'am Joanne Leonor dito, sana po marinig ko yung inyong boses, no? I'm pretty sure maririnig nyo po yung aming mga boses. Yung boses ko, yung boses ni Coach June, yung boses ni Coach Toto, or yung boses ng inyong majorship coach, no? Maririnig nyo po yan, okay? So, hingang malalim lang po. Tuturuan ko po kayo sa ating last minute tips, no? Kung paano yung breathing exercise natin, breathing technique. And of course, that is going to be on Friday, no? On Saturday, we are going to have your good luck mass. And of course, Sunday Judgment Day na. No? So we are going to practice your breathing exercises kasi of course, we know bawal pong himatayin sa inyong testing center. No? So wala pong himatayin na under sa Gurong Pinoy. Okay? So sikat na sikat po yung mga estudyante ng Gurong Pinoy. Alam ko, maning-mani yung ating Gen Ed at Prof Ed sa inyo. Medyo of course, pahihirapan kayo ng inyong majorship pero wala namang madali sa mundong ibabaw. Diba? At mas masarap kapag pinaghirapan mo yung isang bagay, parang siya, di ba? Mas masarap na yung naging kayo kasi pinaghirapan mo talaga siya, di ba? Once you get something very fast, it's also very easy for you to lose something, okay? So, don't worry. We are going to go through all those things on Friday, no, sa ating pong last minute tips. Okay, number 5, what is our choice? I see story enactment. And of course, that would be the right choice, no? So you have props, you have materials, you have sets, no? May backdrop ka, may props ka, no? May costume, story enactment, yung ating hinahanap. Yes, for your review center, po pwede nyo pong ilagay nyo po yung Gurong Pinoy, okay? Flannel board stories, ito po parang magkakapareha sila ng lap, no? Lap board stories, merong mga flannel board stories. Maliit sila ng mga boards where the students can put the characters and so on, no? So usually ginagamit siya ng teacher, ginagamit siya ng mga guro inside the classroom, no? But story enactment, yung ating pong hinahanap dito, okay? We go to number 6. Vygotsky says that learning occurs in a social context. Which learning activity is most appropriate? Peer discussion or journal entry? What is our choice? From Talisay City, Cebu, Facebook user. Hindi ko lang po nakikita yung inyong name. Galing kami dyan kahapon sa Cebu, no? And we are going to be back in November. So sana po magkita-kita tayo. Mukhang yung Thailand ay hindi matutuloy. I'm not sure, no? So sana matuloy next year. Okay? So sayang hindi ko makikita yung mga kaguro natin sa Thailand. But we hope na matuloy ma-push through by next year. No? Medyo nagka-conflict sa ibang schedule. Okay, peer discussion. Peer discussion ang aking nakikitang choice ninyo. And that, of course, is tumpak. Bakit peer discussion yung ating choice? Of course, you have the term social, no? Alam naman natin yung social. Pakikihalubilo, pakikichika, pakikimarites, no? So, that's social context. And of course, when you say peer, this is someone of your age and of your rank, okay? So, friends mo, barkada mo, kaya nga may tinatawag tayong peer pressure, di ba? So, peer discussion po ang ating hinahanap. When you say journal entry, this is more of an individual work, no? So, reflection. Reflection naman yung journal entry. Okay, we go to number 7. How does a purely behaviorist teacher explain the observation of a child enjoying school? He feels he belongs or he is rewarded for his good performance. What is your choice? Hello, Coach Mek. Pa-shout out naman po ng name ko from Iloilo po. Tigbawan, malapit lang po sa inyo. Okay. Pero dito po ako Manila magti-take ng exam. Pero Facebook user po, yung nakalagay ma'am or sir, hindi ko po nakikita yung inyong name. Okay, so sayang wala ka po sa Tigbawan. Gurong Pinoy International Review ang ilagay, sabi ni Ma'am Daisy Ray. Okay, so po pwede po yon. All right, what's your choice for question number 7, no? Ang hint mo dito, behaviorist. We all know behaviorism, di ba? Para sa kanila, walang choice yung bata, walang choice yung student sa kung ano yung magiging future niya, no? It all depends on how the environment of the student has been shaped and how the environment shapes the student, no? So sabi nga ni John Watson, yung father of behaviorism ninyo, you can give me a thousand of kids or 1,000 kids, and I can turn them into anything I'd want them to be. No, I can make some of them doctors, I can make some of them teachers, some of them businessmen, engineers, policemen, even some of them into criminals. Okay, so depende kung paano ko siya palakihin through the environment, no? Dahil sa paghubog ko, pag-set up ko ng kanilang environment. So here, of course, ang tumpak na choice natin would be rewarded for his good performance. Okay, remember, rewards and punishments are very big factors in your behaviorism. Of course, this is under B.F. Skinner's operant conditioning. No? So rewards, punishments, these are some ways through which you can shape a child's behavior. Okay, so rewarded for his good performance, ang ating tumpak na choice. We go to number 8. In Bloom and Anderson's taxonomy, in the hierarchy of cognitive learning, which comes first and lowest as a cognitive activity? What is your choice? Remembering or applying? What is our choice? You can write Iloilo City po. Pwede po. Okay? But si Ma'am Daisy Ray, po pwede ding ilagay online, no? So, kasi nagtanong siya sa PRC, okay? So, po pwede po yon. Pero wag po kayong magpaka-stress doon, no? Hindi po siya big deal. But of course, you can just write Gurong Pinoy International Online Review, Gurong Pinoy Review Center, at ilagay nyo Iloilo as a location. But pwede nyo din pong ilagay na online, no? Because of course, we're doing everything online. Okay? Pero wag po yang parteng yan, yung inyong problemahin, no? Yung problemahin po natin yung mga items sa inyong licensure exam. Okay, I see a lot of remembering. Sige nga, try nga natin. Po pwede mo bang isulat lahat ng cognitive levels, no? Sa Bloom and Anderson's taxonomy from the lowest to the highest. Tingnan ko nga kung alam na po ninyo. Hello from Pampanga, Ma'am Chona Miranda. Good evening po. Okay, what are the different levels of Bloom and Anderson's taxonomy? This is the new version, of course, no? From the lowest to the highest level. Are you AAEC? Sabi ni Facebook user. Okay, from Thailand, Sir Mark Anthony Antenor. Sayang po, hindi tayo makikita sa October. Remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. Okay, sabi ni Ma'am Sheila Alquiza Villamor. Very good ka po dyan, ma'am. Okay, so you have remembering as the lowest. And so siya po yung ating choice dito. Now, remembering, this is just simple recall. When you name, you identify, you list, no? So remembering lamang po yan, very low yung level of cognition mo. So your Gen Ed as part of the licensure exam for teachers is just at this level, no? Lower order thinking skills lang. Kaya yung ating approach sa Gen Ed ay maraming bala lang yung inyong dala. No? Basta marami kayong alam, mas may edge po kayo sa inyong general education. No? Because of course, this is just your lower order thinking skills that it is testing na wala masyadong comprehension sa inyong Gen Ed. Now, understanding this is a comprehension level na when you can explain using your own words, when you can paraphrase, no? Na-explain mo na, na-define mo na yung isang term using your own words. That would be understanding level. Applying, of course, whatever it is that you've learned sa ating discussion, na-apply mo sa inyong real-life activities. That would be application or applying level, ayon kay Ma'am Sheila Villamor dito. No? Analyzing, you break down a whole into its specific parts. So, kumbaga sa Tagalog or Filipino, paghihimay. No? So, breaking down a whole into its specific parts, that will be your analyzing. Evaluating, you judge, you debate, you criticize, you evaluate. No? So you are trying to check ano bang value nito, no? Maganda ba to? Okay ba to? No, that's already at the level of evaluating. Ang creating, of course, this is the opposite of analyzing. You use the different parts, you put them together to make something that is entirely new, okay? Napaka-importante po na ating naaalala or ating naintindihan na dapat bago, no? Novel, new, yung ating ginagawa or yung ating nakikreate. Hindi lamang dahil gaya-gaya, no? Hindi siya imitation, but it is entirely new. So something like yung mga essays ng ating mga estudyante, this is under creating, no? So they're putting together the different parts and they create something new. Okay, so that's creating. And remember, remembering, understanding, applying are all parts of your lower order thinking skills, while you're analyzing, evaluating, creating are all parts of your higher order thinking skills. Okay, so for number 8, remembering ang tumpak na choice. We go to number 9. As teachers, what kind of web application or app do we need in order to be more efficient and productive in our use of platforms on the internet? Management app or instructional app? Okay, what do you think is the right choice? What is the right choice? Ito parang binaliktad lang na question kanina. Okay, so what is your choice for question number 9? Instructional app or management app? Sino kaya ang tumpak at sino kaya ang ligwalkers? Okay, we will find out in a few seconds. Again, please do not forget to share our video so that we can reach out to more people. Again, this is already classified files day 7. Tomorrow po, day 8, we're still going to have your professional education. I see a lot of instructional apps sa ating choice. Tama kaya ang instructional app? What kind of web application or app do we need in order to be more efficient and productive in our use of platforms on the internet? Ang tumpak na choice natin dito is instructional app. Okay? So instructional. In our use of platforms, efficient and productive, instructional applications ang ating hinahanap. Okay? So you have the different instructional apps, no? Actually, hand in hand din naman sila ng management app. But your management app is more on posting assignments, more on like scoring the students, no? But here, productive ka, marami ka nagagawa, you are efficient, you do things on time, and so instructional app po ang ating hinahanap. Okay, so instructional app is tumpak for number 9. We go to number 10. When is the most appropriate time to set up routine activities for effective classroom management? Routine activities, this is how you do everything inside your classroom. Now, how do people or how do the students get inside the classroom? How do you check the attendance? What happens when a student is absent? How do you pass the papers? How do you collect the papers? How do you group your students? How do your students move the chairs, for example? How do they go out to go to the restroom? How do they go out at the end of instruction or at the end of your class? Okay, so these are parts of your routine activities. Okay, so when would you set this up? Is it going to be every day of classes or on the first day of classes? Very common item in the LET. And ang tumpak na choice, of course, is on the first day of classes. So, of course, very important that you stay consistent, no? So, dapat kung ano yung sinabi mo, gagawin mo, especially if you are, say, teaching in the US, no? Kapag sinabi mong, kapag ka nag-misbehave ka, I will call your parent, I will do this, I will do that. Pag hindi mo po ginawa, tatawanan ka ng mga estudyante. Sasabihin ng mga estudyante, kumbaga mamimihasa yung mga estudyante. Sasabihin ng estudyante, ako, sabi niya, tatawagan niya yung parents natin. If we misbehave, hindi naman, no? Wala namang nangyari. And so, okay lang mag-misbehave tayo, no? He or she is not consistent with his routine activities, with his rules, okay? So, on the very first day is our tumpak na choice. All right, we go to number 11. What is the descriptor for a numerical grade of 80 as level of proficiency? Satisfactory or very satisfactory? I have given you 2 mnemonics on this, diba? Sa ating mga descriptors, grade descriptors. Meron tayong 2 mnemonics. As you can see, your choices have satisfactory. And so you know that we will be using the other mnemonics, no? Yung di fasa, very old, because you have satisfactory, okay? Hindi yung bida pa. Alright? Hindi yung bida pa yung inyong gagamitin kasi nga merong letter S sa ating choices. So, di fa sa, di fa sa very old yung ating gagamitin na mnemonics. And we are looking at the grade of 80. So, what do you think is the right choice here? Ano kayang tumpak na choice dito? For number 11. Okay? So, what do you think is the right choice? Is it satisfactory or very satisfactory? Again, you should be using the mnemonic di fa sa very old. Di fa sa